life? I don't know. They've certainly made a mockery of the tinfoil hat wearing thing over the years. And now they're getting ready to come out with this 5G they can allegedly, put thoughts in your head, or if they wanted to crank up the power on those microwave towers.
My Masters of Science stipulate whether or not somebody is a physicist or a scientist. Okay, I have a Masters of Science degree. Okay, now that in and of itself doesn't make me a scientist. My science degree, my Masters of Science, is in instructional design and technology.
4 AI robots killed 29 scientists inside a lab.
Of it so that you would laugh at the thought of it.
Research things out.
I'm a logical thinker. I use logic in most things that I research or whatever. But these they're being used as sex partners. They're being used as
a physics degree. You're not a physicist. Well, then you could say because you don't have an art degree, you're not an artist, or because you don't have a music degree, you're not a musician. Folks, a degree, like I said, a degree does not stipulate the course of study that somebody's in. It only stipulates the level of education that person has within that particular field. Okay.
How to make things simple so people can understand.
That's too good.
The brain is probably not that difficult to figure out, but they've made it so difficult and made up all these names for something and made up all these cells and
Big job.
All right. Welcome. So we haven't had a chance to catch up with what's going on in the Flat Earth community for a while, and that upsets me because it's one of the funnest things that I like to do live. I like to try to catch up on all the craziness. What in the world happened here? Oh, everything has to load in. It's not loaded yet. Okay. It's one of my favorite things to do is to catch up with the crazy that's going on over there. Now, I discovered something today when I was looking at the Flat Earth community, and it just happened. But the weird thing is, I kind of I got woo-wooed by a flatty. Some of you are like, wait, what? I got woo-wooed by a flatty today, but it has nothing to do with the shape of the Earth. Well, it kind of, okay. Let me explain. I found a video done by flat earthers who were trying to attack other flat earthers. Now, you know that one of the types of content that I do here is I try to show you where somebody is pushing like a product, but using conspiracy stuff as a way to attract viewers so they can push either a product, or they could push some type of political scheme, or they could push some type of scam. And I like busting them because it's fun. And it actually is a real conspiracy that we could talk about. You got me? Like presenting yourself as if you're not pushing the product when you are, to make money from a company or from an individual. That's conspiratorial to say the least. But anyway, as I'm looking around in the Flat Earth community for some people to criticize, and I've had a bunch of videos I've been saving for the stream when we catch up to this, I found Mr. Cheswick, and he woo-wooed me. He's got me convinced of one of his crazy theories. So in this stream, what I want to do is play for you what Mr. Cheswick found and ask the live chat if he woo-wooed you too. Because look, I know I'm a little bit, when it comes to all of the debunkers out there, like out of every one of the debunking channels out there, if there was a channel that would take your claim seriously, it's me. I try to take someone's claim seriously, at least at first, to an extent that they believe it, not that it's real, but that they believe it, and that they believe it because of some piece of what they see as evidence, at least. So the problem is, dude, you're gonna like this. So this is Mr. Chet. I gotta source the video, he's put it under education, and I'm going to react and criticize under the fair use article in the description. Of course, within the rules of fair use. And you're going to really... If there ever was something you could be convinced of that has to do with a flurfer that doesn't have to do with basic logic, this is it. This is going to be kind of fun. So let's do this right now. It's, what date we got? August 16th. It's a Friday. I like trying to do Flat Earth Fridays. I just don't hit them every Friday. But Flat Earth Friday over here on UNIRock. And the 16th of August, 2019, broadcasted from the East Coast of the glorious United States of America, wherever you're from, too. Of course, it's glorious. I've been all over the world and met many people, love people from everywhere. We're going to take a look at Mr. Cheswick's video, Ranty's Mysterious Benefactor. Who are they? Because Cheswick, for the first time ever, I mean this, for the first time ever, knowingly, I'm going to hit like tonight on a Flurfer's video. The world is going to come crashing down tonight. That's right. UNIRock is going to hit like on a Flurfer's video. Let's do it. Hit it. Roll the intro. Let's go. This is pretty crazy. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna reserve it for afterwards, but this is gonna be a good one, my friends. It's gonna be a good one. All right, Busy. Okay, I know. They got to hear the intro, Biz. They got to hear the damn intro. They liked it. They enjoyed it. I'm sure the audience will. Will you guys tell Busy that you liked his intro so he'll shut up? He will not stop. He's like in love with the... He thinks he's so artistic. You're so artistic, Busy. So artistic. This is Mr. Cheswick's video entitled... Oh my God, am I really going to shout? I don't know. We're going to wait till we watch this. Ranty's Mysterious Benefactor, ... Who are they? Question mark. He even used proper punctuation. No space commas. Somebody go tell Conspiracy Cats. No space commas. Let's go. Newsroom, Biz. Hit it. Ow! Ow! Okay, I'll stop. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, sorry. Ah, okay, I did it again, damn it. I'm sorry. You can't do it either. Okay, so basically, not much to worry about in the realm of fair use anyway, because he does not own this. He himself is using fair use to play this. That's a plus. So anyway, this is Ranty. What did he say? About how many months ago? Something like a few months... July of 19. So this is just a month ago. Wait. Hold the front door. He just said this a month ago? Okay. So here is his channel. So if you didn't know this, Ranty started doing a new show called the Ranty Round Table. The Flat Earth Round Table on Ranty's channel. So it's basically, it's kind of like Nathan Oakley's show, but it's almost just as bad as Nathan Oakley's show. And it's an echo chamber. They make sure to bar anyone from coming in to correctly explain the things that they are warping out. And many people thought it was strange that Ranty did this, but more than just non-flat earthers, debunkers thought it was strange. The flat earth community has not taken well to Ranty's new series. So that's what this is about. Okay, so wait, where's the video? Here it is. July 2019. Listen to this. It gets crazy. Ranty, you're dumb for saying what you
I'll
said.
tell you for why. Because if you remember, some time back, when I was with Arwin, talking to him about this level 32 Freemason.
Okay, so he already knows right off the grip that he's messed up. You do not want to mention that kind of stuff if flat earthers watch you. You don't want to say to people that you sat down and talked to a Freemason. They will have a mental breakdown.
He's the guy that's setting it up. I actually decorated his offices for.
So you don't tell people, you do not tell flat earthers that you've decorated the offices of a 33rd degree Freemason and that you are setting something up with him. You don't do that, Ranty. You've started a conspiracy theory.
For him. We got talking, and when he told me the scope and scale of what he has planned, we've been collaborating about this.
Now, so he mentions that it's of a huge scope and scale that he has this plan
Before he actually launches, and he's all for exposing these people, you know?
He's all for exposing these people, you know. So let me go through the conspiratorial checklist. 1, you know a bunch of flat earthers are going to watch this. 2, you state that you were cleaning windows doing a job and you met a 33rd degree Freemason. 3, he sits you down in his office, you decorate his office for him, and he offers you to do all these things and these big plans and stuff. So we're all ready. That's all that his viewers need to create the most insane conspiracy theory involving him and, plug in any other conspiracy trope right here. And, of course, that's exactly what happened. So let's let him keep going here. Whoa, Hehe says, Honeybee and Stoney permabanned on Pete Santilli because I asked, hey, didn't you two cover up for blank? So... Hold on, it's flying by. I'm trying to get it. Chat's moving tonight, which I love. I love it. Good to see all of you. I know I haven't streamed in a while for a good long stream, you know? So they wouldn't get further exposure in a polite way. No warning. Ban. No, you are kidding me. I've got a little bit to tell you, but I'll wait till later. I got a little bit of information for you. But it's rumor stuff, but I'll tell you later, okay, in this show. But I want to get this done. Okay. So Cheswick puts up on the screen. So Ranty has been working with a degree Freemason by his own admission. Now let's hear what he says about his new show format. Ranty, you did this to yourself. What were you thinking?
But I've been approached to work for an independent company.
Ranty, are you crazy? They're going to tear you apart. So then he says that he's being approached to work for an independent company. After everything he just said, mind you, like within one breath.
Investigating all kinds of stuff, like, all the different conspiracies.
Instigating a bunch of stuff like, all the different conspiracies. Why are you saying this?
That are going on right now.
That are going on right now.
It's not just going to be flat Earth, and they want me to be basically a bit of a journalist in that respect.
You wait now. Hold on a minute. Okay. A person who actually exists, like it's a real person, had you clean their office knowing that you're a flat earther, had you clean his office and do all this work for him, and then asked you to be a journalist? Are we supposed to believe this? Doesn't matter if we believe this. The flat earthers do, and they mad.
So?
Who was the cat dude? You'll find out in a little bit. We'll take care of that too. Got you covered tonight. It's going to be a great show. Let's go.
That's going to be happening soon. Probably within the next month.
That's going to be happening within the next month.
But I still want to keep the flat earth stuff going. Absolutely. And part of the investigative nature of this new news stream, because it is going to be a new news stream, it's essentially going to be a bit like Alex Jones.
So he tells the community he's going to be mimicking Jones.
They already have offices throughout the world all ready to go.
Look! Isn't that cute? Mr. Cheswick went into Photoshop and made that cool little thing there. Isn't that cute?
And they don't have anybody doing the flat earth stuff. So, essentially, I'm going to be working with them on that, as well as other stuff.
So here we go. This is why these things are so funny. He's literally building a conspiracy for his audience against one of his own conspiratorial, one of the people in the community that he's in. To recap, he met a 32nd degree Mason when he was out painting windows. It's so funny, dude. You can't make this shit up, dude. They've offered him a job as a journalist covering conspiracies. And he's working with them on that and other stuff. You see how this is, you see where this is going, right? Shady to say the least. Don't you think? Don't you think? Okay. So this is where it gets really weird. And this is where it's like, Mr. Cheswick, he seems like a troll, but he's a smart troll. He knows exactly what's going to work the audience into a tizzy. You know, his audience that watches him. He knows exactly what's going to make these guys turn against, the people that he doesn't like in his own community. It doesn't matter if they're spitting, if Mr. Cheswick is also a flat earther, against all evidence and against all research purpose, science, or anything out there that you could actually, any test you could do. Doesn't matter. Okay, so this is where it gets a little bit crazy, because I agree that this is what I meant. So I thought it was just Mr. Cheswick giving him shit because Ranty was ranting. His name is Ranty. His name involves the word flat earth. So could we say that he likes to rant about bullshit? Yes, we could. So I wasn't going to believe it. And then I saw this. So he's got $100 US donation. Ranty, take these panel members out for a pint. They've made the show. Another $100 donation US. Well done, guys. Civil discourse. Thanks, Ranty. Another $100 donation. Ranty, keep up the FE observations for us and carry on with this type of platform for discussion. Thanks, man. One guy with 4 subs, $300 in Ranty. Well, 200 and wait, 369, so 210 because YouTube takes 30% of the super chats, of course. But yeah, I get it. Dirty Cash, I want you. Dirty Cash, I need you. Oh, I don't know where he gets this music, man. So funny. Now, here's something I find really strange. One guy said this in the chat. And at first, it's like, you just stop, Cheswick. Just stop, man. We know what you're up to. But so Manny, someone named Manny says, hey, at Sam, can you make a $333.33 super chat? You're like, oh, whatever. Then, lo and behold, 30 seconds later, this happens. $333.33 super chat. Shout out to Manny. Only 2 people on the Hangout gave him $633.33. So call me cynical, but does that not seem strange to you for Mr. Cheswick? Then, for the rest of the show, the donos were flying in. I'm not going to read these. I don't think it has anything involved. Oh, no, I'm reading this. So here's what this super chat says. And this describes Ranty's show. It really does. This super chat, $10 Australian super chat, completely describes Ranty's entire show here. It's a civil convo because that utter moron, as he says, Rumpus is not involved, and thank God he's not. If you don't know who Rumpus is, I was just talking about Nathan Oakley's show, because it's like Ranty is copying Nathan Oakley's show. You got me? So Rumpus is one of the people who is a globe earther that goes into Nathan's show and has for a long time, and literally debunks Nathan every single time. It sends Nathan into a psychotic episode every time he does it. He ends up cursing, he ends up screaming, he ends up repeating himself, he ends up muting Ranty and then kicking him out. And then he sits there for about 10 minutes and tries to undo the damage that Ranty's done by making any type of propagandistic excuse that he can, and then continues with the show. That's Nathan now. So you can see that this super chat explaining that, hey, there's no one on Ranty's show to bring the globe side in, to tell the truth. You know, we can live in our fantasy land of flatness as long as we're over here. You can see what I'm trying to say there, right? It describes the show perfectly. Magnets can be clearly demonstrated and shown here on Earth. It's not a theory. And then he got an Australian $80. I think Sleeping Warrior wants a wrench. Ranty, Dean wants to have his questions perfect before we start answering them. No, moving the globe post. Moving the globe post? Isn't it the goalpost? I don't know. Maybe they're globe-shaped goalposts. So he goes and pulls up this person's account and starts talking about how this person. So not only did he get the money from somebody who ended up giving $333.33, who Ranty claimed in a different stream was a 33rd degree Freemason. He goes to Paige's channel, the one that did the $80, and she's got a bunch of videos that are listing the power of gematria and numbers. And if you don't know what that is, look it up. There's a lot with the 33 in there, so. I'm trying to describe the paranoia and the craziness and the conspiracy theory that Mr. Cheswick is building against Ranty. But I'm going to shock you, because I'm about to agree with Cheswick on a couple things. I'll let this finish first. I've seen her sniffing about beyond the imaginary curve hangout, so watch out for her. Skype contact emailed Ranty from Aaron, Australian 15. So in all, folks, not a bad little day grift for Ranty, was it? Okay, now hold on. He says some stuff that I don't want to show. Next, he says, no wonder the slippery little blank is barely out painting and decorating. Now, when you can earn $1,000 in an hour by talking shite to morons who will listen to you, pro rata, that's about what, $40,000 a week? And then he says that it's also like $1 million a year or something, whatever. He only made that in an hour. You know, he's not going to make any more money in the week, most likely. No wonder the slimy blank is blank up to Mark Sargent licking his... I'm not reading that. So then he plays a clip from Sargent. Look at his little fat face. He's well happy. Hey, Cheswick, man, you don't got to poke fun at the way he looks. You've got enough evidence right here. I'm just playing, but anyway. I'm just playing. So, of course, what Cheswick is trying to do is show Ranty looking very disingenuous and tired, and that way people in his audience can draw a conclusion. Okay, you got me. Oh, by the way, I'm not going to like his video. I was just messing around earlier. Hold up. Hurry up, Cheswick, man. What's taking so long? Nobody likes or trusts you, Ranty. I just want you to know it in your heart, okay? So funny, man. It's such a funny video. Anyway, so what am I going to say as criticism to this? It is Cheswick doing exactly what Cheswick does. He knows the people that are going to watch him are flat earthers that are sick and tired of flat earthers the ones that they consider shills. But of course, flat earthers will believe anything. So if you set a conspiracy in front of them, they're going to believe it. You don't need facts. You don't need anything else. Although, what about the contents of the video? It does seem a little strange. He does this video from a month before this happens. He talks about a 33rd degree Mason, meeting the guy, him offering him a journalist job, all this. Then all of a sudden, about a month later, a guy jumps in and makes huge donations. Someone else does too. They start talking about 33 and all that, right? That does kind of make you paranoid if you aren't conspiratorial. It makes you say, well, you know, who cares if they're Masons or not, or who they are or what they are? What matters here is that Ranty was talking about how somebody wanted to hire him to do conspiracy theory stuff, and then he started this new show that's exactly like Nathan Oakley's show, and then he gets these donations. So I'm even saying, yeah, it's likely the same guy Ranty was talking about dropped all that money as a logical individual. So the problem, though, is that Cheswick knows that if he implants this into the mind of his viewers with just a little tiny bit of evidence like this, you know, he might be able to turn them against him. Does he have a good point or not? I think he does. I think he does have a good point. I think it could kind of make sense to why Ranty started mimicking Nathan Oakley. But I'm not saying he's doing it for Freemasons or anything like that. For God's sakes, God only knows why. But I do think it's strange. But what really matters is what the audience thinks. So let's go to the comments section in this video, and let's see how people took it. How do you think they took it? You know how they took it. You already know, right? You got it. Yeah. You know, yeah, they completely bought it. Okay. Okay. So here we go. Damn busy. It's some good conspiracy music right there. I'm enjoying it. So here's what Mr. Cheswick said that he pinned to his top of his comments. Folks, after this video, I hope you understand that I should never have to make another video on Ranty again. If people can't see through him now with this alleged 32-degree Freemason buddy and him buddying up to Mark Sargent, him being offered a job as a conspiracy journalist by an anonymous company with offices all over the world, and his mysterious benefactors donating unusually large amounts of money to him, then, you know, I don't know what else there is I can say. Well, you've kind of proven that there probably is a reason that Ranty is doing what he's doing. Sure. I don't know if you're trying to throw... I think the only major criticism I have, I think he's trying to throw in the Freemason thing to turn... You know, there's a huge paranoia against Freemasonry in the conspiracy community. So, of course, he added that in for that reason. Now, can you blame him? I can't blame Cheswick. I can't criticize him for it because Ranty said it himself, so whatever. I'm not saying, though, anything really... Spirit of Longhorn's in there. Spirit used to come over here and hang out. Let's see what Spirit says. There ain't much to say. All you can do is keep on the blank. You know the old saying, mate. You can't kid a kidder, haha. Even if they fool the whole world, I don't care. They'll never fool me. Well, I'm going to tell you what they're doing in a minute. Cheswick, I'm going to help you out. I'm going to give you exactly what these guys are doing. Just stick with me, though. Crystal clear. What the hell, Spirit of Longhorn? That's crazy. Okay, I'm not reading that. Why would anyone give that creepy little blank money? Somebody is funding them. Follow the money. Don't trust any of them as far as I can. Relative density. Also, look at the dead soulless eyes. Can you? I'm not reading that. Looks like somebody who's realized that when you sell your soul, it's not as sweet as it's portrayed. I told you at the end, right? Mr. Cheswick, no one does it better. Already noticed weird transactions on his GoFundMe for his P900 in 2018. It's shady. What? Ranty is a shameless sellout. Everybody can see that now. His roundtable is the Globe cultist channel of choice, and he's proud of it. I was asking him about it yesterday. Pleased as punch. He is the slimy. According to HMRC, super chats and money made from YouTube needs to be declared, and it's not a gift. It's considered a service. Although, I'm not sure what service Ranty is providing. Whatever. Good man, Mr. Cheswick. Love it. Money talks when you're around Freemasons. Fair play, mate. Yeah, I told you that would go in there, right? Hey, I'm not saying they can't talk about it. I'm just saying, you know, they're stretching it a little bit, but we'll go into that in a second. I'm of the opinion Earth's a motionless plane, and I find these ranty donations extremely suspicious. No one in the right mind is wasting hard-earned money like that. No one. In one of his hangouts, he even smeared himself like he just came from some paint job and all tired and stuff. I was immediately noticeably that that's fake. Whether it is or not, who knows? He's certainly smelling money, a lot of money circling around. When Ranty had 400 subs, he said one in chat, I don't know why I'm not getting more subs when I go out there and do all the work. Thing is, curvature was debunked from the beginning. It's pointless to go out and taking pics when there's already millions on the net. But if you want to make money, you got to sell your soul and mingle with the right crowd. You do you? Internet beggars, gotta love them or be a hater. Shared, they want me to pay money. Okay, I think I've made my point with the comments section. So, what do you think? Do you think that Mr. Cheswick made a good point with Ranty? Do you think that the whole Freemason thing is a major part of what's going on? Or does that not matter in this, and it's more that he's getting paid to do something like make a new Flat Earth show by an entity of some kind with offices all over the world? Or let me go ahead and hook you up, Mr. Cheswick, because I'm an expert in this. I just don't bias over whether somebody is a certain religion or not, and I don't get biased over, you know, the actual conspiracy involved. So this most likely is Ranty joining a multi-channel network of some kind. I don't know why. It seems a little weird that, you know, he's only got 4,000 subs, and if he did join the multi-channel network, I don't think they'd start making payments like that through Super Chat, but I've seen stuff like this happen. It just doesn't come from, let's say, legit multi-channel networks. It comes more from private people. For whatever reason, they like what you're saying, or they need you to say a certain thing for whatever reason they've deemed, and they make those kind of donations themselves and consider it payment for whatever you're doing for them. But what could Ranty be doing that would help out anyone other than a flat earther? You know? So I think that's pretty much what Mr. Cheswick has proven, that he has met somebody who seems to have some money, and they are asking him to do certain stuff on his channel. Now, what I find so strange, he didn't even make a big deal about it. You see, this is the thing. If you get that conspiracy thinking out of your head, you might actually make some good points. So what is the point that I think is worth looking at? Okay, I've always wondered about Mark Sargent, because Mark Sargent doesn't have that big of a channel, but he's always constantly on the mainstream media. And to me, it seemed like he might have a agent or a company or something. Now, it makes sense in a way if the people who help Sargent get connected around, maybe you're helping Ranty now. I don't know. I don't want to be conspiratorial towards Ranty or Sargent. I don't want to try and make guesses in that matter. What I want to show, though, is it's crazy, because when it comes to this video made by Mr. Cheswick, and I'll go to the live chat and get your opinion in just a second, I think he proved this point. Now, take out the Freemason thing. I think he proved this point about Ranty being influenced by somebody with cash to maybe start a show or something. So let's see what you think. Be honest. If you think it means nothing, let me know. But if you think Mr. Cheswick proved any point, let me know, because he's never really proven any points in the past. Mr. Cheswick has a reputation of, like, if somebody does a GoFundMe campaign or something like that, he'll just immediately criticize them for doing it. You got me? He never considers the fact that, you know, you can do those and do them the right way. You know, you get what I'm saying there? You can't just always hate everyone that does a GoFundMe campaign. You'd have to at least apply a standard. So in the past, he's been really heavy on people if they make any money. Except this one time, he found an actual good point and put it in a video. You tell me. I'm going to the live chat right now. I got a lot more to show you, though, so I can't waste any more time. Let's get it pumping. Hey, Busy. Busy, you wait. You wait, Busy. Wow, man, we got some really big heists going on. Really big heists. All right, let's see if I can find a comment. Everybody's gambling. Agree, Mark Sargent is a total shill, says Mr. Mensa. Mark Sargent is a Poe, says Niche. I believe that. If you don't know what a Poe is, it's basically somebody that is faking being something. Okay, so like Orphan Red is the perfect example of a Poe, kind of. She obviously understands the shape of the world, that it's not flat, but knows if she plays that angle, she could gain a following on YouTube a lot faster and a lot easier. So she plays dumb to an extent. Okay, so you got what a Poe is. In my opinion, I do think that Mark Sargent doesn't believe in the flat Earth at this point, but I do think he's faking it to keep doing his content. I think he realized at one point that he was wrong because of some statements that he's made. I've put him in previous videos. Although, whether or not he's an actual Poe, I'd have to think about it, but I do agree with you. I do think that you're making a great point, at least. Everything is a conspiracy to these flat earthers. If you're a hammer, everything looks like a nail, says Gripper Crapper. You know, good point. Good point. I don't think it's conspiratorial at all. I think, though, that Ranty most likely did kind of like team up with someone and is doing his show because somebody either paid. Look, also, now the only problem with Ranty, he doesn't have an open show format like I do. I constantly take submissions from you guys for free. You don't have to pay money around here to get me to do a video. You can take topics to my Discord. I've got several rooms set up. You can put the videos, put the articles, or whatever you want me to see in there, and then I'll consider doing a video on it. And yes, sometimes people, when they donate, say, hey, do you mind doing a video on this? And then I consider it. I don't always do it. I'll consider it. Now, I've always said that since I started my show. That was like a core thing in my show. I said, you know what, why won't I cover some of the stuff that the audience wants me to cover? It makes sense. Although I don't ever see Randy saying that type of thing. And I don't see him covering anything else but Flat Earth. So it's a little weird, but I do think it's just a viewer, personally, who has some money. Now, the one thing he said, though, is something about a company all over the world with all these offices. I'm not trying to spread a conspiracy against Ranty. I think Ranty's just running his mouth. I think he sat down with a guy who's got money, who is a fan of his. He met the guy. The guy told him he was a Freemason. The guy told him he was part of a company that has offices all over the world. That's personally what I think. Now, I don't think we'll ever know, but anyway, let's see. I'm going to make sure I don't miss anyone else's comments. Oh, you meant POS? Oh, same thing. Yeah, definitely. A con man or a woman, a pretender, is a Poe. It's a good way to look at it, definitely. The best way to look at the define Poe is somebody who pretends to be stupid for a benefit, to make money, to get subs or whatever, pretends to be stupid or to pretends to be dumb to a subject, you know, for a benefit. That's how I would describe it. Yeah, it's true. Okay, so, but that's not all, okay? What I want you to understand is that Mr. Cheswick isn't the only one doing this out in the Flat Earth community. There's a lot of the guys that have turned on each other. In fact, that's what my entire Kicked Out of Flat Earth series was about a couple months ago with Behind the Curve releasing, and certain groups of people in this community teaming up and criticizing others and ganging up and trying to prove what they are. Cheswick has another one. More Flat Earth military media shills exposed. It gets really crazy and a little wacky, and it's kind of funny. Honestly, it's funny that the guy does these. So I found this video also from today, but this video, I don't like this one, and I'll tell you why. Because I try to believe in a freedom of religion because it's a basic right given to people in this country. But, you know, I don't think people should be bullied for what their religion is, especially when it's something that is a staple to the United States. But anyway, this guy does a video against a couple people out there who did a video against me, or did several videos against me a while back. I got a lot of haters out there. A lot of them. So, Flat Earth, fake Flat Earthers pretend to be Christian by another guy. I'm only showing you, I'm not going to play this. I'm showing you that this is actually happening on almost a daily basis right now. You know, so just understand that. It's an implosion. thing. It's something that's happening when the community. That's what the kicked out of flat earth thing was. It's an imploding that's happening. Anyway, let's see what. Oh, I remember why I pulled this up. I wanted to look and see when Ranty started this whole new format. So here it is, right here. 1 month ago. Oh my God, Ranty. You are going to have the flat earthers tearing you up, dude, with Mr. Cheswick's clips and the fact that you started this new show a month ago that's exactly like Nathan's show, but you admitted that Freemasons paid you to do it. Oh my gosh. Not only that, look, so you want to know something else that's weird about these shows? Okay, have you ever heard me criticize Nathan Oakley? Have you ever, he does the Flat Earth debate. He puts an image on his screen for the Flat Earth debate, and it's of a bunch of wind turbines that are zoomed in on, and they are going down beyond the curve of the Earth. And you can see it in the picture. And as these guys are talking, trying to prove the flat Earth, they've got a picture that disproves the flat Earth on the screen. Ranty does that too. Why do these guys do that? Why, do they not realize that these pictures prove that the Earth is a globe and that it defeats the flat? It's crazy. Hold on, let's find where. Okay, so yeah, he goes into the whole thing, right? I mean, seriously, man. Why do you do this? Why do you put these pictures up? They prove that the Earth is round. If you're trying to propagandize that the Earth is flat. So anyway, I had an idea, and I thought it was an excellent idea. You guys are probably going to tell me that it's a horrible idea. I think this is a great idea, personally. I want to go back to elementary school really fast, and I've already found a couple websites, and I want to teach the flat earthers elementary school science for a moment. Okay, can we do that? Let's do it. This is Teaching Flat Earthers Elementary School Science. Okay. So, we're going to go back to the first grade right here, first and second grade, with a lesson plan and worksheet by Beth Taylor, teaching grades pre-K to 5, the lesson plan, rotation and revolution of the Earth for first and second graders. When I looked at this, I almost burst out laughing. I think I did a couple times because I could hear in my head. Do you guys remember when I was playing a video game on D Live, and I did it on YouTube some? And what I did was I was trying to get studied up for a video I'm working on for Nathan Oakley that I haven't finished yet due to other things popping up. It'll get done soon. Anyway, I had to watch some of his shows. So I was watching I was letting Nathan Oakley shows play in the background while I played Doom. Beat the new Doom. Took a few nights. I kept having Nathan Oakley flashbacks while going through this lesson plan because I could hear them arguing in my head about things that they could have just figured out by going back to a grade 1 science class. Anyway, here it is. The goal of the Earth lesson plan is to help children internalize and remember rotation and revolution of the Earth around the sun. This multiple intelligence classroom activity helps visual spatial learners as well as kinesthetic. At the end of this rotation and revolution of the Earth lesson, the kids in your class will be able to define and describe rotation, define and describe revolution, explain why the sun... hey, Busy, you just calm down, buddy. You calm down, and I'll let you talk in a minute. Explain why the sun is in different places in the sky at different times of day. This is... Now, these concepts are extremely basic. But flat earthers, for some reason, ignore all of this and move on to very complex things when they're trying to propagandize their audience. I think if they went back and literally taught a few lessons, I'm going to challenge every Flat Earth channel out there to go back, and especially Nathan Oakley, especially Ranty, especially all these guys, to go back and pull up elementary school lessons, the good ones. I got a couple on my screen they can find easy, and actually teach this to their audience. They can try to debunk it as they go. They won't be able to, of course, but they can try. Rotation refers to the rotation of the Earth on its axis. The simplest way to demonstrate this concept is to bring a large globe into the classroom, explain to the students that the Earth does spin around and spin the globe. Now, most classrooms don't even use an actual globe for this, I discovered. They use tennis balls, they use balloons, they use, like, you know, the playground balls and stuff like that, just so you know. Explain that the Earth spins around once every day. Place a floor lamp in the middle of a demonstration area and turn it on. Mention that the lamp acts as the sun, and of course that the sun is always on and always shining. If young students express confusion at this, tell this demonstration will show them that the sun was still shining at night. Show students their approximate location on the map and tape a cotton ball, a very small figurine or sticker to the globe for demonstration. Ask a volunteer for help. The volunteer will hold the globe while the teacher holds a clock. Use a clock with hands that are easy to move, such as a time-teaching clock. Ask the volunteer to hold the globe so that the figurine or whatever you use is in the direct sunlight or the lamp or the sun. Announce that it's high noon and show high noon on the clock. Notice together how the figurine is getting most of the light of anywhere on the globe. Explain to the class it'll take 12 hours for the figurine to travel halfway and move the clock to 1 o'clock. Do this hour by hour so the class can see what is happening. By the time you're at 6, your volunteer should have moved the figurine 45 degrees. Stop at this point so the students can observe the angle of light on the figurine and discuss how it's similar to the angle of light near dusk. Notice the long shadow of the figurine, which is like the long shadows of people that you see as evening approaches. Continue for next 6 hours to midnight. Stop again. Notice how there's no light. Ask the kids what they think. Anyone located here on the globe would be doing at this time. The answer is sleeping, of course. Of course, kindergarten and first grade lesson plan, of course. Continue another 6 hours and ask them to take notice of how the sun is rising on the spot on the globe with the figurine hour by hour back to high noon. Point out again that this demonstration showed the rotation of the Earth on its axis over the course of a day. You want to know what's cool about this? It is so simple. It's so easy to understand. And the flat Earth model literally has nothing that can even basically explain this. Right? I know, right, Busy? Busy's over there laughing. He doesn't... Busy's if you didn't know, my assistant is a flat earther. Half of the videos I make about flat Earth are really to try to get him to understand that the Earth is not flat. Shut up, Biz. You're not a glober. You're pretending. Okay, back to what I was saying, though. Well, you know what? There's only a tiny bit of this page left. I'm interested. I want to see what it says. Discuss how all the while the Earth is spinning round and round, it is also moving around the sun. Use a smaller globe and walk up to the lamp while spinning the globe. Let the children take turns holding the small globe and walking around the lamp. They will also enjoy using their bodies as the Earth and walking around the lamp and spinning at the same time. Doing these things themselves will cement the lesson into their minds. Continue to discuss these concepts with the class over the course of the theme is recommended. A teacher can gauge how well a child is retaining it and how they understand by asking questions and allowing discussion. It is the author's personal experience that incorporating movement into any lesson plan idea helps first and second grade students understand and remember, which is true. If you have kids, you know. Science Online has... Oh, okay, it's at the end here. All right. So I have been talking in Discord, and I mentioned how back when I was younger, very, very young, I asked my mother, how do we know that the Earth isn't flat? And she told me very simply about the sunset, about how, she said, how would the sun set and rise on the Earth if it was flat? And I remember back then, when I was really young, I was looking out, because where we lived, and there was this, like, lake, and then there's this, like, long forest, and you could kind of see everything back where we lived at. And I'm looking out at the sun out there, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that makes so much sense. How would it work if it was flat? It wouldn't. How does it work on a globe? Oh my gosh, it completely explains it, you know? Because either way, you should be able to take a model and actually show, you know, to people how light works on the model. And okay, you got what I'm saying. All right. So where are we going next? Oh, wait, hold on. Is this the same one? Yeah. Okay, so I think I'm done with this. I think I can close these tabs. I don't want to be a flat earther. I don't want to be, I don't want to have too much open. So at the beginning of this episode, as we came in, a lot of you guys weren't here. I showed you one of the greatest announcements that I can make tonight, that Dalseti Alpha has his new episode 33 of his series, Flat Earthers Full Retard Mode. You've got to go watch it. Here comes your favorite compilation of intellectually disabled clowns. Want to support me on Patreon? And there's his link. Dalseti Alpha. I don't know how you get all these great clips. You are really good. But I'm going to replay the clip I played, just a couple parts of it. I want to go through this. Let's see. I think I started right here. Yeah. Flurf Ride. Hold on. Let's go to the beginning of Flurf. What's this dude doing? Anyway, I'm going to, under fair use, just play a small portion of Dalseti Alpha's video. It's T-A-U. It's the name of a star. Dalseti Alpha. It's pronounced Dalseti Alpha. I'm going to, under fair use, play a small portion of his video. Of course, I'm advertising it. It's so good. You've got to see it. Get over there and subscribe. Get over there and like the video. Get over there. Whoa! Get over there and share the video. I'm knocking my mic everywhere. So let's take a quick look. Let's take a look at Dalseti's work and see what he's put together. Just a short clip of it.
Einstein's secret gift for mankind uncoded. Recently, I've jumped on board with the flat earthers. I give it some thought, and I wanted to show you what I've come up with. You didn't. Let's look at Einstein's famous equation. E equals mc squared. So we could go with all this nonsense of energy equals mass.
How is it nonsense?
Mass times the speed of light squared, or we can see what it's really for. Earth equals men can't leave. That's not a 2, it's an L. Earth equals men can't leave.
What are you talking about? Have you lost your mind? Who are you? Where did you come from? Will you please go back there? Okay, this is my favorite part. I haven't watched it twice. I need to watch it again. It's that good of a video. It's that good of a damn video. Flurf Ride. Oh my God, it's so good.
Tinfoil hat save your life? I don't know. They've certainly made a mockery of the tinfoil hat wearing thing over the years.
Don't even advocate for the wearing of tinfoil hats, bro.
And now they're getting ready to come out with this 5G they can allegedly, put thoughts in your head, or if they wanted to crank up the power on those microwave towers.
You guys all said the same thing about 3G, then 4G. Come on, bro. You were wrong about the others.
They could literally microwave your brain.
Oh my God, you don't have a degree in physics. You're not a physicist. A degree does not dictate or stipulate whether or not somebody is a physicist or a scientist. Okay? I have a Master of Science degree. Okay? Now that in and of itself doesn't make me a scientist. My science degree, my Master of Science, is in instructional design and technology.
Of course not. It's your specific degree that doesn't specify that you're a scientist. I mean, for God's sakes, it's because you have an instructional degree from some crappy website. Dude, quit freaking putting that up there like it makes you a freaking scientist. Good Lord.
4 AI robots killed 29 scientists inside a lab. Now,
where is this coming from? Where can you cite a source, sir, please? Please, sir, can you cite a source?
They're even saying one or a couple of the scientists or a group of them or whatever was trying to destroy one of them. And
this is the plot to a movie. Wait, what movie is this? It's not an old movie. It just came out in the last 8 years. It was, huh? Oh no, iRobot's from the 90s or 2000s. It was a newer movie. I don't think you watched it with me, but it's really good. You need to watch it with me. It's about a guy who is really rich and he makes these robots, and he has a friend go to stay with them. Somebody type the name of that movie if you know what I'm talking about.
The AI robot was able to stop them and then even repair himself, or itself, not himself, itself.
The whole tinfoil hat thing, they made a mockery of it so that you would laugh at the thought of it. Is that your protection from 5G? I don't know.
But wait. You got to go back to the 4G and then explain, you can't just move to 5G here. You guys said everything, the same stuff. Look, I'm not saying there's not some bad things about 4G. It has to be a pretty powerful signal, but I just want to see some evidence is all. That's all I'm asking for. Before we move to 5, finish the 4 stuff is all I'm asking.
It makes me laugh thinking about it, but I do know that
Who is this guy? Every single time I see this specific flat earther, I think that he's an actor. I think that I've seen him in a movie. Is he a movie act? Ex Machina. Speed Knob. Ex Machina. Is that how you say it? Machina or Machina? That movie. Have you seen it? You did? When did you watch it? Did you watch it with me? Oh, did you like it? I haven't seen it in a long time. You want to watch it later? Seriously? What movie did we watch the other day? What was it? Hellraiser. You guys want to get scared out of your pants. Watch Hellraiser. My goodness, that's a scary-ass movie. Don't even tell me it's not. It's like the scariest movie ever made, dude. Because it's so good. It does like this love story. And you're like, oh my God, she's cheating on him. But oh my God, she's really not because she already did. And then like, oh dude, it's good stuff. It's like a Matlock. If you took Matlock, like the show Matlock, right? And Murder, She Wrote, and combined it together, and then Satan wrote it. If Satan would have wrote Murder, She Wrote, that's what this is. That's what Hellraiser is. It's good, bro. It's bad, but it's good.
You can protect your electronics from like an electromagnetic pulse by...
Now, okay, when I saw this earlier, I was in the live chat on Dalsetti's Premiere. Is that true? Can tin foil, aluminum foil, can it protect a circuit from an electromagnetic pulse? Because if that was true, we wouldn't even have to worry about EMPs, right? You could just put a little shield of some cheap-ass tin foil or aluminum foil over electronics. We wouldn't have to worry about it, you know? So I need to look that up.
Wrapping them in foil. They have aluminum foil tape. I have some electronic...
Exactly. If it was that easy to shield against an EMP, wouldn't we just wrap electronics? You know what I'm saying? Or put them in a box with the tape on it. Really simple stuff.
That I have wrapped in foil and taped all the seams.
Like a Faraday cage. Exactly.
With that aluminum tape, and I store them in an old microwave.
I have actually been a research scientist for, 15 years, guys. Ever since 2001, I've always looked into different things and researched things out.
It's so bad, bro. I've always been an expert because I like to read things. I've always been a professional expert level scientist because I read a book once. It's so good.
I'm a logical thinker. I use logic in most things that I research or whatever, critical thinking, whatever you want to call it. Now, they already have robots that people are buying that cost anywhere from $10,000 to $25,000. They look human. They walk around. They have arms and legs. They have mouths, eyes, the whole 9 yards.
Well, I know they do, but they don't walk around because they don't really have a battery, like a battery source that would let them, one, use enough energy to get around and constantly recharge it and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, they do have robots. And there was one that was being built that was really badass. It looked really good. We actually covered it once. But anyway, it takes a lot of energy to run one, and the batteries aren't up to speed. To carry the batteries with it, it's not the size of a human. I mean, they may be able to fill up a human-sized robot with a very light frame and a boatload of batteries to get it to move around for a while, but it's still going to expend a lot of energy moving around and then have to recharge all the time. I mean, for God's sake. And what is it going to do? Put solar-powered cells on its head? I mean, seriously, how does this work?
Or no, they don't feel like a human, or the skin don't look like real human skin, but they're being used as sex partners. They're being used as maids, where this one family, I saw a video on them, and their robot helps around the house, helps the mom around the house doing housework, also helps tutor the kids when they're trying to do their homework and stuff. And
the robot butler. The robo butler. When were we we were talking about a robo butler the other day. How does this happen? We were just talking about a robo butler the other day. I don't recall the robo butler having any type of like assumption of sexual intercourse, though, but I could be wrong.
And also the father's having sex with this robot.
People will say, well, you don't have a physics degree, you're not a physicist. Well, then you could say because you don't have an art degree, you're not an artist. Or because you don't have a music degree, you're not a musician.
It hurts. It hurts. What were we watching earlier where I said it hurt my head to watch it? Simon Dan's new video. Who was that guy? It was like Poopy Money or something like that. Stinky Cash. Poo Poo Money. Oh my God, dude. Do you know who Stinky Cash? Do you know who Stinky Cash really is? I solved the mystery of the Stinky Cash. Let me show you this. Oh, by the way, we'll come back and we'll finish this segment. It's a very short, like 3-minute segment of a 33-minute video. The only way you're going to... All of it is this good, and it's from Dalcetti Alpha. It's his new video, Flat Earthers Full Retard Mode, episode 33 in his series. Now, there is a Stinky Cash out there. I know you're like, what are you talking about? UNIRock. See? I told you. Stinky Cash. Not Johnny Cash. Not a stinky Johnny Cash. A Stinky Cash. So there's a YouTuber named Stinky Cash. I've talked about him a long time ago, and it just so happens that in a recent video that Simon Dan flipped, he reveals who Stinky Cash really is. It's his dog. His dog is Cash, and his dog, he doesn't bathe his dog, so his dog is stinky. His dog is constantly stinky. Yeah, so his dog is Stinky Cash. I typed the wrong word just there. I typed the wrong word. I'm sorry. I meant funky. I meant to type the word funky, guys.
Take 2 of storm area.
Yeah, this is this. Oh wait, no, it wasn't. Hold on.
1,000 people have signed up, and that kind.
Okay. For some reason, anytime I watch a Stinky Cash video, I just assume that there is a really weird smell wherever that he's got that camera. Does anyone else have that issue? Maybe it's just the name. 4 days ago, introducing. Okay, I can't play stuff like that on here, damn it. Introducing what? Let me play my own music. What the hell, bro? What is this? Stinky. What are you doing? Cash gets with lots of chicks, bro. Who, man? Stay still for the camera. Dog. Oh, feck. He's putting me in another Flat Earth video. Dog. Smarter than the cameraman. Please answer to Simon Dan's riddle. Yes, please do. What a waste of a beautiful dog. Nice dog, moronic owner. Oh, he got hearted! I like fire trucks and monster trucks. Bro, what is going on here? Cash's eyes portray a human-like consciousness. The human portrays a dog-like consciousness. Too easy. Oh. Okay, where's Simon Dan's? I gotta see it. Because he would have linked it. Oh my god, hold up. I gotta look at the comments. I always forget that when Simon Dan criticizes a video, he puts the link in the about section and then all of his audience goes there. And a flat earth riddle. Okay, hold up. Let's go down. Okay, Stinky Cash's video. Flat earth solved my riddle. 872 thumbs downs. Okay, here, let's see what's up here. 1,000 comments. Damn, son, this is gonna be good. New Jersey Jeep girl. Lol. Uh-huh. Wait, you have to leave the time to globe tards to finish laughing at you before you answer your silly questions. Oh, man, dude. The war of the comments. We listen to flat earthers try and make a case for themselves and laugh at how positively fallacious their conclusions are. Even your dog is thinking, shut up and throw the ball. I'm just thinking, shut up. Note to you and most other flat earthers, shouting doesn't make you right. Why would East or West exist on any flat earth model? I mean, can they explain the Earth's magnetic field? Ah ha 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 ha. Morons. When the dog is smarter than the cameraman. Oh, yeah. Real clouds? Yeah, no chemtrails. That's the best thing about this video. Oh, my God, bro. Congratulations, you've successfully demonstrated that you can tie a dog lead around a tree and walk around it in circles whilst babbling incoherently. That's actually a very true comment. By the way, your dog is definitely more intelligent than you. Even his dog walked away at that point. I feel sorry for the tree. It can't run away. The only difference between a globe Earth map and a flat Earth map is a globe map exists and works perfectly well every time. Platardia is yet to create one that actually works. So true. I see Simon Dan has debunked your video and set you a riddle. I do hope you'll answer it. Expect your dislikes to go up now, too. The average IQ of the planet is being held back by this guy alone. Your dog knows. He sure does. They don't need maps. Poor dog having to live with such an annoying owner. Oh my god, these comments. The Dan effect is about to influence that like-dislike ratio. It's practically a force of nature. So true. Find out, before your next video, find out how big the Earth is. Find out where a compass points to. The dog's ball is smarter than you are. If you're standing on the North Pole and took a heading east, then it would point towards the equator. If you were to walk from the North Pole heading east, you would start off walking towards the equator, but by the time you got to the equator, you'd be following the equator east in a straight line. What now? This is all assuming incorrectly that the magnetic North Pole is the geographic North Pole. Since most of you are flat earthers and are incapable of thinking in 3 dimensions, I really don't expect any of you to get it. Quick edit. So to answer your riddle, the answer is anywhere. You can be anywhere on a globe and head east in a straight line. Just let the dog make the video. He seems way smarter than you. Oh, man. Not a single flatard can understand science. That's actually true. Okay, I'll stop torturing you. I just love these comments, man. So let's hear what he says. Now, of course, Simon Dan already did this. So full credit to Simon Dan. It's just funny. So let's take a quick look before we go.
Hey guys, Stinky Cash here. Me and my doggy, we're out here
Stinky
just
Cash.
enjoying Mother Nature. Just got
Stinky
some
Cash
real
here.
clouds, and
Real
it's a
clouds.
beautiful day. Thought
Real
we'd make
clouds.
a video because I got a riddle for
a-
you guys.
A Stinky
Who
Cash
thinks
video.
they're smart enough to solve it?
I could.
Huh? I got a Stinky Cash riddle. Who's going to be the first to solve it? I bet no Globers solve it. Yeah.
Really?
Okay, so here's the question.
Wait. So here's what I was thinking when I watched Simon Dan's video. Why can't a globe earther solve this? You know, it's not what he says isn't let's say what he says isn't specifically like, it's not something flat earthers would get, but the opposite wouldn't. Take a listen. It's actually really dumb.
I'm traveling in a perfectly straight line going east.
I think what really works about this video is how long it takes the guy. It takes him so long to get to his point.
I'm traveling in a perfectly straight line.
And how he repeats himself a lot. That's just Stinky Cash right there, man.
Going east.
That's some Stinky Cash.
Where am I?
Well, technically, if you travel in a straight line going east, you'd eventually wind up in space as the Earth would curve away from you. If the line was straight. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying. Okay.
Who thinks they can answer that riddle? Who's smart enough? Anybody? Anyone? Bueller? Bueller? Come on, guys. I'm traveling in a perfectly...
He starts to scream. This is very consistent with most Flat Earth videos, by the way.
Straight
I think he started to realize something as he went
line.
along.
I'm talking about a frozen rope. I'm traveling in a perfectly straight line.
If it was a frozen rope, you would, as you walked on this frozen rope, you would eventually, after long distances, start to see the Earth fall away from you. Yes. Anyway, very crazy. I wonder what else Stinky Cash does. I've never really looked at I've never looked at this Stinky channel. Suitable replacement parts will not be invented until 1947. Flat Earth, what happened in 1947? Seinfeld night at CD Field. Predictive programming. Uber driver comes out as a flat earther. Down in the hole song. You see how massive the Earth is? That has to be one massive Earth for you to not be able to see a curve that when you're that high up. You have to go even higher to start seeing the curve. Even though you can kind of see it. See out there? You can kind of see it fall away. You can. Here, let me hook you up. Let me hook you up there, big guy. All right. Thank you. Thank you all for watching. I love hanging out with you here live at the end of the day. Please make sure you're subscribed to my main channel, UNIRocktv. This is UNIRock Live, or I've changed the name from UNIRock 2 to UNIRock. Of course, I'm on Twitter at UNIRocktv. Check out some of our other channels like Rach's channel, UniRach, or you can check out the UNI review channel, which Busy's channel is now. Check us out on Patreon. Without the support from you, I wouldn't be able to keep doing this like I do because I make a lot of videos. I work all day. I make edited videos through the day. I upload quick recorded videos. I also do these live shows at night. So everybody who donates the tiniest little bit, since there's several people that do it, it really helps. And anyone that gives anything more than the tiniest little bit, thank you so much. I try to thank you all the time. Can't do it without the members to my channel. Make sure you're checking out the join button next to the subscribe button, because honestly, it's what keeps us going on. It really makes a difference. I just want to say thank you and love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. I will be streaming on D Live after this for a bit, just generating some clips. I'm going to record some clips to get a head start on tomorrow's production and, you know, take a look at what's going on out there. And, you know, we'll be back tomorrow night, Saturday, with a debate. To the end to the great debate, to the great whodunit. Because on the first part of the debate, I got to present my case where there isn't enough evidence to assume who did what's his name? Joy? The troll group, I'll say. I don't want to say their names. That's actually a bad idea. Not enough evidence that those people did it. But there is, if you take out the assumption, pretty good evidence somebody else did, I would say. So I'm going to present that tomorrow. I have emailed my opponent again. And earlier, I don't know if he's wrote me back or not. I haven't checked since then because I went live after. So I'm sure he did. We'll get it set up. I'll announce things on the community tab on Twitter. Of course, I'll be in my Discord. So if you need me, just email us. If you have anything you want to add in for tomorrow's show, make sure you email us. I'll make sure to represent it. I'll try not to forget because I want to make sure I get everything. A lot of people sent in their own questions, their own points. I've got a huge list of them ready to go for when we get over there because the community actually made a lot of really just hardcore points about the whole thing. Oh crap, my chat locked up. Let me reload my chat. I love dogs and cats. I love dogs and cats. I'm both. Let me see. Before I leave, let me go to the live chat really quick, and then I'm getting out of here. Okay. Let's see. He is traveling in a perfectly straight line while drunk. He is soon to be in a drunk tank. Let's see. The dog is like, F this. I'm out of here. So true, bro. So true, Lone Wolf. Barrel lensing. Lol. Massive full. It not flat. I just ask that you think of the ball shit you have been sold, says 444 the truth. Well, I can hook you up really quick. I have. Very much, in fact. I've been very fair to flat earthers. Why is it that I have a hard time finding that damn... I'm going to have to download it. It's voice. So for anyone out there that, like me... Look, when I said to go back to first grade, kindergarten and first grade, that's not it, man. How do you spell his channel? Drone footage curve of Earth. Best thing you could do is type in drone footage of the curve of the Earth. Thank goodness that we have drones now that can show it. Here we go. Such a good video. Always show this when I get a flat earther in the chat. Curvature captured by a drone. Flat Earth falsities. No, it's not this one. It's his other one. Whoa! Fletch! Hey! What we got here? Let me make sure I get to it. I've debated Ranty a few times. I do not like him, but showing evidence for one stream does not convince me. I would need it for multiple streams, says Fletch. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and I'm glad. Thanks for the opinion, buddy. I forgot all about that earlier. I should have, rounded things out. Like I said earlier, I don't think it necessarily 100% means anything. I just think that there is some weird stuff going on there. So, yeah, I'm not completely convinced either, but you get it. Let's see here. Voice of Reason has some of the best videos, along with, I don't ever remember. Soundly. I can't believe it. I actually got it. Let me find his best curvature video. It should have, like, the red bar showing that I watched it. He doesn't have that many videos, honestly. It's Flat Earth Falsities. Flat Earth Falsities, I think. It might not be. Hold on. I got you. I got you covered. Right there. Show me the curve. There we be. This is the best video when it comes to seeing the curve of the Earth. But even more than that, you know, one thing that any person who's believing in the flat Earth has to do is get rid of all these complex, strange conspiracies that you've been thrown and take your own advice and try to explain how night and day works on a flat Earth, because every single way that any flat earther has ever described night and day has been debunked in seconds. The whole disk thing with the sun here and the moon here going like that, it doesn't work. The light coming from the sun doesn't cut the Earth in half like we see it here in reality. And I think that that's the best description of the flat Earth. It's a fantasy. You can't get people to actually compare it to reality. You could come up with a conspiracy theory for anything, you could, and probably convince some people of it. But in the end, though, if it doesn't stand up to scientific scrutiny, you can't just kick your feet and scream and cry and, you know, expect it to actually work. These things are real phenomenon on the Earth. Now, the best part is when he starts raising up, which I think is about to happen. Let's go ahead and get to it. When he starts raising up and down, right here. I think this is it. Oh, yeah, this too. See, this is the thing. Every single thing that you see over the horizon is cut off from the bottom. On a flat plane, it wouldn't do that. So go to this video. Show me the curved flat Earth falsities. If you really, really want to say that the Earth is flat or that we've been lied to about the shape of it, first you have to reckon with a 5-minute and a 5:58 minute, I'll just say 6-minute video, completely jam-packed with clip after clip after clip after clip, debunking the flat Earth on top of what I showed you earlier. These lesson plans also debunk the flat Earth. Sorry to say. And the sad part about it, these are taught to kids. I forgot a lot of this stuff too, y'all. You know, as adults, we need to remind ourselves of these things sometimes, or hell, we might wind up in a live chat or on a YouTube channel trying to prove to everybody that the Earth is flat someday. Right? All right. Anyway, I'm outie. I'm heading to D-Live for a few minutes, and then I'm going to bed because I got some stuff to do tomorrow. You know? Let me hit the live chat one more time before we go. Yeah. Oh, God. That's such a good point. Gripper just made a really good point. No, I want to read it. It's excellent. I'm really glad I went to the chat. Hold on, Gripper. I've got it here. Let me get my live chat zoomed in a little bit here. Here we go. Did you consider that the donations could be coming from people wishing to fabricate evidence of the Ranty conspiracy? Definitely. 100%. Only Ranty could answer that, right? I don't think that people would be willing to donate $600 to try to fabricate a conspiracy against Ranty. Now, could they have donated that money and then refunded it? Well, if they did, it'd be easy for Ranty to show. You got me? And I don't know how you would do that anyway, unless you called the credit card company and tried to say somebody stole your card or something like that. But, you know, you'd have to really jump through some hoops because credit card companies have started to put a stop to people buying digital goods and then reversing it. And they've been forcing those types of purchases to go through if there's not sufficient evidence that the card was stolen or something like that before it happens. So, you know, yeah. I'm willing to consider anything. I'm just showing you the crazy thing that Mr. Cheswick put together on him, and then how strange it is that some comments that the guy made could get an entire flat Earth nation convinced of something like that. And you got to be really careful with it. You know, you want more than just one thing, definitely, because, you know, he could have been lied to easily. Although the reason why I showed it is because we have certain people on YouTube who have had this same thing happen, except in that case, all of them independently over different periods of time verified that they were working for, I won't go into it, but you remember what happened there. So that's an example of when you've got an extreme amount of evidence that shows that it's true. This is an example that you've only got one little thing there. Now, are there going to be a lot of people convinced of Cheswick's video because of the target audience? My whole major point, regardless of which way it is in reality, the people that watch Cheswick are likely to believe it because of the demographic. You get my drift? I think you do. See you tomorrow. Keep an eye on uploads. Make sure you hit the like. I uploaded late today, y'all. I uploaded, I think, at 7 o'clock today, just a quick video. If you haven't read that article, if you haven't seen the article that I was looking at in that upload, make sure you take a look because it's pretty interesting. Seems like YouTube's trying to do some things to confirm they're not biased, while at the same time, some people could argue a little different of a trend going on there. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I won't go into it. Check out my upload from earlier. Keep an eye on my BitChute channel. I've been uploading there too. See you soon. Thank you. Peace. Howdy. Hit it. Uh-oh. We triggered some flat earthers, y'all. They get triggered easy. He wasn't talking to you, Busy. He was talking to me. Look, you hurt Busy's feelings. Oh, baby.